Hey, Blake.
Yes, Josh.
Why do vigilantes never live in a nice neighborhood?
So there's no crime.
Kind of, yeah, because you can't fight crime in a cul-de-sac with an HOA.
See, big brain. Still stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could fight the HOA though.
I know.
Like that would be me.
That'd be
I'd
the real.
fight the
That'd be the
HOA.
real superpower. Take down the HOA.
It'd be me dressed in all black, fighting the HOA,
With a mask.
fighting for my skeleton in my yard.
What would be your? What would be the superhero name for that?
I don't know, probably like ham steak.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time Film, a podcast where we discuss a director's filmography in chronological order. So we are on James Gunn's second film, Super. So Blake, you don't butt in line, you don't sell drugs, you don't molest little children, you don't profit on the misery of others. The rules were set a long time ago. They don't change.
Yep.
So my name's Josh, and this is our guest, third chair, as Jerry likes to call him, Blake.
I am Blake. And would God have pictures of Heather Locklear in his closet?
Is that was what he?
That was the very beginning.
Yeah, when he's like a kid.
Spanked.
Yeah. Oh my. All right, so this film, Super, came out in 2010. It's rated R, an hour and 36 minutes. Can I say how much I love the hour and a half film?
And it's coming back.
Yeah,
Like-
I've noticed that. Things getting tighter again.
I was about to, like every movie in the theater right now, like not everyone, but like a ton of them, like Naked Gun, Nobody 2, like I can name a few more, but like tight 90 minutes.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think we've gotten a little lax in recent years with just letting things get long.
The MCU.
I mean, yeah, this is probably one of the worst offenders. But yeah, I think anyway, I think it's just like nice sometimes to watch these older, not old that old, but like just a decade or so ago, and you're like, oh, this is why things used to be 90 minutes. But anyway,
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah.
So let's see our synopsis. After his wife falls under the influence of a drug dealer, an everyday guy transforms himself into Crimson Bolt, a superhero with the best intentions but lacking in heroic skills. All right, so this was written and directed by James Gunn. Cinematographer is Steve Gaynor. About the only thing else he's done notable is Donnie Darko.
Now and that movie's awesome. Have you ever seen it?
I have not. Have not.
Yeah.
Composers again, Tyler Bates, who was on the last film. He did John Wick, the 300 Sucker Punch, a bunch of stuff. All right, so production cost. You want to guess? Guess.
I might have looked.
Oh, did you look?
I think it's $2 million.
Yeah, 2.5. So what I got? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
I knew it was against the rules, but I was curious as I was watching it, so I just kind of slipped through.
Which probably most of that went to the cast here because we've got some decent, notable people
For a very, very well done independent type movie.
Yeah. Rainn Wilson, Elliot Page or Ellen Page at the time, Liv Tyler, Kevin Bacon, Greg Henry, Michael Rourke, Sean Gunn, Linda Cardellini, Nathan Fillion, James Gunn, Mikaela Hoover, I guess that's how you say that, and then Rob Zombie, the voice of God.
That was so awesome.
Which is well, he did a voice on the previous film on Slither.
You know that I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Oh, you got to watch it.
I almost did the other night. No, I didn't.
Yeah, but he did a voice. What was it? But he did a voice on that too, and
it doesn't surprise me. Like all of these connections that James Gunn has, like because of his. I don't know if you've gotten into it. Like he has a history of Troma Pictures. Like, do you know what that is?
I do not know what that is.
So Troma Pictures is like the people who did Toxic Avenger and like a bunch of like really like C like exploitation films back like in the 70s.
Okay.
So this movie is him basically making a Troma picture. Very some like taboo stuff and just like not really caring about like, just going for it.
Okay, interesting. So those, I guess, aren't on the list because they were not theatrically released.
I don't think he made them. He worked for them.
He did some stuff for them.
I'm not sure what.
Maybe he did some writing but didn't direct.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did, but he did work for Troma.
Okay.
Doing something. I have no clue.
All
Didn't
right.
get that deep into it.
Well, what's your? You probably have you seen this film before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my first time watching this film.
Yeah.
Actually, this is not true. Well, the whole thing. I watched the first 15 or 20 minutes of this like not long after Guardians came out because I just loved Guardians and was like, who is this guy? I had never heard of James Gunn up to that point.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let me go see some of the other stuff. And I think this was at least, looked up the two things, basically these two films. And this was the only one that was actually streaming at the time somewhere or I had access to. So I started watching it. And then for that reason, I stopped like 20, 30 minutes in. It was definitely before, and get into spoilers, but before the sidekick came in.
Oh, yeah.
Came in.
Yeah.
So it was like somewhere in there. So I don't remember exactly. But and then like for whatever reason, it got interrupted or whatever it was. And then never came back around to finishing it. So like I never actually watched the whole film.
Oh, okay.
But I saw like the first 15, 20 minutes or something like that.
I mean, I can see why you would have turned it off. Like,
Well, it wasn't necessarily I turned it off. I don't remember being like, oh, I don't want to watch this. It was more like I had to pause or stop, do something else and whatever. And then just I got back around. I mean, that happens to me all the time. Like with like TV show, whatever, like random stuff. If it's not something that's like fully grabbed me and I'm like, oh, I need to go watch that. And there's a million other things to watch. I get sidetracked.
Yeah, I think this film for me was an introduction to something that I didn't realize was a thing. Like, so like, I guess I watched it because of Rainn Wilson. And
Yes. Well, I remember also then seeing like, I was like, I like him in The Office.
yeah,
Right?
and
Like,
I watched it because of him. And then like, I was like, the weirdness of it, of the movie itself was like, it awoke something in, what was it, 20 early 20s Blake.
okay. So you saw this like when it was like new.
Like in 20, like when it came out.
Okay. Nice.
And I'd always had an interest in like lower budgeted films and like indie stuff, but like this one was weird. And like I was just like, this is kind of, I like this. This is weird and cool. And,
Well, I imagine it in 2010, you even would land very different than now.
oh yeah.
Because like, I mean, not that it's the same, but like you look at like watching Peacemaker or some other things where they kind of, there's a little bit of that in there, right? And so you're kind of a little bit more familiar or whatever. And then you go back and watch it, it's not as like divisive, right?
No. But like, even like back then it was like, you're like, I'm watching something bad.
Yeah.
Because like the gore, the language,
yeah.
All of it,
Yeah.
sex, all of it is just it's very dark.
It is. It
And
is.
like I said, Troma films, very
dark
much similar.
comedy. Yeah.
They're not even meant to be comedy. They're just made. They're
Well,
made.
I guess
very,
it's more of like almost like dark satire, I guess is probably a better way to say it.
Yeah, very much so.
Well, yeah, I think so. My thoughts on this film is the overall. Before we get into it, is I liked it a good bit. Like the biggest thing I struggle with is like the production value. Kind of is a little turn off on.
Oh yeah,
and that's just hard sometimes for me to watch stuff if it's like because it's just hard for me to look past it. So that would be the reason that like, but then otherwise like the idea of it and the most of the just kind of the gist of it, right? Like the plot and like I liked it. I thought it was good and like kind of again satire-ish funny in that way.
Yeah, I think as a bigger budget movie, this doesn't really work. It
Not so much. I wouldn't want it to be bigger budget, so per se, just a little bit more. Well, we can get into it. Like I don't want to like because as we talk through it, I'll point out some stuff. Yeah. But like just a little bit more. That's what I want. Like a little more polish, maybe is a better way to put it in some areas. So anyway.
Okay.
Cool. Well, let's just get into kind of walk through the gist of it and some of the scenes and things that we like or didn't like.
Yeah.
So start out with like the general idea, we meet Frank and his wife, Sarah.
Oh yeah.
and played by Liv Tyler, which
She must have loved doing those movies, like
Yeah.
like these like kind of schlocky,
Mm-hmm.
lower budget things. Because she did a bunch of stuff with Kevin Smith as well. Like,
right,
and
yes.
like she was. I feel like I've seen her just in a lot of other. Like,
And it's
more-
like, obviously, I mean, you played an elf in Lord of the Rings, and
yeah, she does it all.
like, well, I'm saying like you could get what you want, right? Like, it's like, you know, it's not like she's like, you know, like, oh, I got to take this job.
Oh, no,
And then, you know, she doesn't need that. So it's obviously by choice that she wants to do these things.
Yeah,
And really, she doesn't have much to do in this film, honestly.
get carried around.
Yeah, just and look like you're on drugs.
Yep.
But it's, you know, and so they do a good job, I think, establishing, you know, Frank's pathetic life, and
Yeah.
they kind of there. For me, the only thing was a little bit was like, kind of, again, and of course this contradicts what I said earlier about the runtime, but you know, I could have used a little bit more of establishing their relationship to then even care that she got taken. Cause like by the time like she disappears, like I don't really, like I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, like to emotionally care that she's gone, and then to like kind of try to be sympathetic with him about it is like a little bit of a, you know, I kind of didn't get, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is what's happening.
And I don't even know that you're supposed to really care very much. Like he's so like, it's like you say, he's very pathetic. I really don't. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
sure, man, that's unfortunate, but like, if you add a bunch of like backstory to their relationship front loaded like that, then the reveal that it was like a shotgun wedding based around her
there's
like
a little
addiction
bit of that.
and all that.
Well, not so much. I went on backstory, just a little bit more time seeing them enjoy each other.
Yeah.
You know, like having a relationship, and then like being like, oh, you know, they're like having a nice moment, and being like, oh, because really like it just starts and she like corrects his like, oh, the hands are too big or whatever. And then, I don't know. There's just,
It makes me. I wonder if their relationship was literally just he was nice to her. Her life was that bad, so he was like, she was just like, cool. We're getting married, and that's how impulsive she was. I mean,
yeah, that's fair.
and he didn't have anything else to care about, so like her leaving was like, you know,
Yeah, I guess the better way to say it just felt like a plot point and less of like her true motivation, because you just
Right.
didn't get enough chance to even like know what motivation
anything
was
about
there.
them. Yeah.
Then kind of the next pivotal thing is the vision,
The vision.
the hand of God touching his brain, right? the
and
fingers.
his love for religious television,
Yes.
which are the best parts of the movie, in my opinion.
They're hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
They
He's Bible man, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's so over the top, it's ridiculous. But when it's, and then James Gunn playing the devil, demon
Demon's
guy.
Will.
Yeah.
I think that's what his name is. Demon's Will or Devil's Will.
Something like that. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, I guess that's where we see that first time, right? Like, because it comes back to it. He watches it several times and shows some clips of it. But yeah, so I mean, this is one of like the idea of him having this hallucination, vision, whatever you know, and it's like the finger of God. You know, it's like, I don't know, it didn't, for me, like it was like, it didn't need to be so weird. Like, right. Like,
Yeah.
like it was just like, cause I don't know. It's like the broader point that they're trying to make. And it's like, it didn't need to be weird. Like it, you know, like it didn't need to be that weird, but anyway,
So, I
cause
mean-
also after watching the Slither, it just looked like more tentacle things from that. And I'm like, dude, like,
And without seeing Slither, it seemed like, well, like the tentacle porn that was on TV, the television,
Yeah.
and then like the vision. Like I was like, oh, he's just putting a callback to Slither in here,
Yeah.
where he can.
yeah. One, it's, I guess, a little bit of like, that's right. I forgot he was watching the animation that was the tentacle
Yeah, it
porn.
was like the first thing that
yeah,
was on TV.
yeah. So maybe it's all like kind of mixing those things he just saw into like a hallucination.
Like a dream.
Yeah.
Like you're when you're
daydreaming something.
Just kind of
yeah.
purge it.
So that's a fair point. And
Yeah.
thought about, again, only watching the film once, but
I mean, this is the first time I've seen it in probably 8
Yeah,
years. I mean,
yeah.
probably 8 years or more. But I will say one thing.
yes.
James Gunn loves a dance number. Because in the opening credits for this,
Yeah.
it ends with a dance number.
Oh, I did.
I mean, you started watching Peacemaker, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen. I'm
Are you caught up?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you know.
But yeah, all the intro.
Yeah.
That's
Like, just that wild, like.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Peacemaker's great.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like as much Jared. He's watched the whole thing like 3 times.
He told me that.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, like it's good, but I don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
I like
where
that
do
was-
I don't. I ain't got that kind of time. Man.
Well, that too.
But yeah, it is good.
yeah.
Maybe he's just really into John Cena and wrestling. We don't know about it.
Secretly, John Cena, wrestling fan. He's been watching him since his beginning of his career.
And like his whole life is going to implode because he's retiring from wrestling this year, and we just don't know about Jared.
Yeah.
Write and call in if you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Let us know
if you think
you're
Jared's a secret
yeah.
John Cena
You've
wrestling
seen
fan.
him at the wrestling events.
Well, I personally haven't, and I've been to wrestling shows. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
but I'm not
I have not, but
a big mark for John Cena like that. Like Jared.
yeah, secretly we'll have to see. Write in, let us know. Feedback at screentimepod.com. Your thoughts. Do you think Jared secretly is a
WWE mega fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Cena.
Number 1.
Yeah,
You can't see me.
though. But I think it was a cover up. He was talking about how he didn't like him in The Bear.
In the Bear.
Yeah, John Cena has a cameo in The Bear.
Never seen it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you haven't seen The Bear. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah, he's got a cameo in like season 3. And yeah, Jared's like, I don't think it worked, but I think that was a cover up. He didn't want people to know his love.
Yeah, he's got a
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. So then the next big point here is the start of his vigilantism with his wrench of justice.
The violence. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I forgot. I must have watched this movie a ton because at this time in my life, I was living with the Highlands. So Corey and them.
Yep.
And we would just turn movies on and watch them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they would come back into rotation because new friends would come over and we'd be like,
Yep.
we got to watch this again. And just him hitting people with that wrench, man, it triggered something. And like when he smacks the dude in line,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, something triggered in me. I was like, I don't know if it was like maybe my first exposure to like something like that, like practical, gory looking. But like when I was watching it last night, I was like, whoa. Like it caught me off guard, or just
Well,
the way
I
I
like
felt about it.
I like the line he says then, because he's like, which is the quote I said earlier at the beginning, but where he like equates like butting in line to like molesting children,
Don't butt in line.
selling drugs.
Don't molest children.
Like it's like all the same level of.
Hey man, sin is sin.
Yeah. Hey, okay.
I think that's probably his viewpoint as a religious man.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong, but
I'm just saying, like that seems like like he's kind of
yeah, it's just black and
evil
white.
is evil.
Yeah, black and white. There's no in between. There's no
Not at
gray.
all.
But yeah, it was pretty. He's changing in the car.
Yep, and
It's the killer.
His
Kid's like,
don't molest little kids.
Yep.
It's just, oh man, this movie.
yeah, it was. Yeah, that would. I mean, I figured he was gonna do something, but like, yeah, it wasn't like.
It's just so this whole movie is just like a multiple misadventures, like basically, and it really just, I don't know, it just tells you why we shouldn't have why we don't have superheroes.
Yeah, well, the same as like The Boys too. I think like if you actually there was real people with superpowers, like that's that's how things would really be.
Yeah, the corporations would.
Yeah, and then they would be corrupt. There would
Yes.
be that's like just the reality of like what it really would be like. Is like as much as the ideal of like a Captain America or whatever, where someone's actually going to be like just kind of pure at heart kind of person.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's the whole movie is just reality or realistic, like realism versus a man living in a fantasy.
Yeah,
like
well, that's what I think is great
fantastical
about
thinking.
this film is like he's basically created this fantasy, but then we see like the reality how that especially when the guns really start.
Oh yeah, when he starts facing the guns.
Yeah. So then the next kind of major point here is or plot is when Libby and Bolty becomes like a thing, like the sidekick.
Yeah, and I was just yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Well, I love this like I loved the energy that she brought to like the situation and
like a fangirl.
Yeah, and it definitely like gave it like it gave some levity and stuff because he's just like constantly like so dark and broody, and then like bringing her in like really gave it some like, and then her just like evil cackle and
I wrote that down about like every time like she like is like really violent or witnesses violence, just like it's just awesome.
Yeah, and I think
but she
Ellen Page or whatever Elliot Page at the time Ellen Page like I honestly think she's doing it was fantastic like performance in this, like just going over the top and having fun with it. And I mean when she first comes out and does like somersaults and stuff and then she's like what do you think? And he's like,
and she's literally in Robin colors. Green.
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
She's in yellow pants and a green top.
Okay. But yeah, she's like doing that stuff, and then like, and it's like, what?
One of my favorite moments that I was just like, I just picked up on for like when he walked in, he's like, I want all these comics on about superheroes without powers, and she's like, like handing them out, and then at the very end she goes, "What do you need all these for?" And in my head I'm like, "You work at a comic shop. He needs them so he can read them." Like.
What was the one she suggests? And then she's like, no.
Oh, it was Captain America.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he does have powers.
Yeah, he's got the super
he's got
serum.
a shield. No. But this, whenever they introduce her, it simultaneously gets funnier, but then also hits like a big dark point.
Yeah.
At the same time, like it goes from comedic to start getting like. Just falling into a darker zone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was just
no,
tonally.
Yeah. So I did kind of skip over because he does get kind of shot at the first time. That's why he has to go to her, and she finds out that he's the Crimson.
Yeah, he gets shot in the leg.
Yeah. So she helps him, and then that's when anyway, so
he sees her.
So then I thought it was, to me, it was funny when she's like, "Oh, my friend, he keyed my friend's car," and they go,
"Oh," and just beat him within an inch of his life.
Yeah, and she's like about to kill him, and then he has to stop her. And she's like, "I just got carried away."
No, and then he's like, "So he definitely did this," and she's like, "I'm pretty sure he did," and you're just like, she's crazy too.
Yeah, she's even crazier than him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was
shit. I think it was a good character to add into the
very much
the mix. Yeah. Really. So then we have Kevin Bacon's character Jacques, who's the one that took the wife Sarah, right? Liv Tyler's like character. So then he finally, he obviously had early interactions with them, but I love when he touches the car on the hood. When he's like, He's
Yeah.
like, well, not like that. I didn't mean that.
Well, he's also like, again, back to realistic. Like, he's like, yeah, he's a drug dealer and all this, but he's also like, not until the very end there, doesn't really act like the worst, like, misanthropic
Yeah.
villain in the world. Like, he's like, he gives him a lot of mercy. Like, he's like, I'm not just going to shoot you in the face. I'm going to let you just walk it off. I understand what I did to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
But also, I think, which also plays the realism of like in real life, they would try to avoid that just because of the mess that it would create.
yes.
Because not like, I mean, yes, yes, they probably kill people at some level, but like it's the last resort because it does create, it's not easy to cover that up, I'm sure, in real life.
Until nothing really, he didn't kill anyone or do anything crazy till the end.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think Kevin Bacon here does such a good job just playing like a slimy.
And I saw him recently in another movie. He played a similar role. He did Back to the Toxic Avenger, the remake. They remade it with Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the I didn't see it, but I saw the trailer.
It's 100% worth watching.
Yeah.
If you like this movie,
Yeah.
you'll probably enjoy this one. Without knowing anything, you can still
and
enjoy
it's
it.
like something like like half the profits go to like pay off people's medical bills or something too. Did you see that stuff?
I think so.
There's something like that, like the profits are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly all of that, but like I know that it was made in 2023. I think it was the same kind of thing. Like everyone kind of worked for like the minimum, and then it just got that limited release so that they could help pay for like the cast and crew or something. Like I don't know.
Right, but no, I think like we'll look it up later.
no
But
clue.
I'm pretty sure I remember reading something where like like they're paying off just like people's medical bills, not like the cast, but like just people. Yeah, they can't pay their medical bills. They're paying it off with.
Well, that's actually really cool.
The profits that
that it made. Yeah, because it really wasn't. It definitely it didn't make what they spent.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is Kevin Bacon plays a very similar character in that movie.
Okay. I didn't even realize he was in that.
And he's very good at it.
It's also just funny because, like, thinking it now, like knowing that James Gunn worked with Kevin Bacon in this film, and then later the way they use him in Guardians of the Galaxy as like the person that they all refer to as Kevin Bacon because it's like the one celebrity they know about on Earth.
Oh,
and they're always like referring to him.
I never even put it together. Yeah, because he's not in that movie, but they talk.
Right. They talk about him all the
and
time.
everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, because he's like. Because Chris Pratt's character knows who he is, and then he tells everybody that Kevin Bacon's awesome from Footloose or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They all know he is. Anyway, and then I was like, oh, because it's to me, it's always interesting is when one of the cool things to like learn when we do these directors this way is like to see those people that they work with early on and then continue to work with certain actors and actresses like just throughout their films. And then this, I mean, obviously James Gunn's does that a lot.
Yeah, like Michael Rooker showing up as like 3 or 4 different characters over Peacemaker and Suicide Squad.
Yes. Yeah, well, he's in everything. I don't think
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, he's just showing up. He's just like, I don't care if you're dead or not.
Yeah. We'll have you do something else.
We got a spot for you, Mike.
Yeah. And but anyway, so I just like seeing Kevin Bacon in this. I was like, oh, okay, so he worked with them before.
Yeah.
And I hadn't. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But then it also makes you wonder. This is just another angle that I think about sometimes. Is like, well, then what about those people that they don't work with again? Mm-hmm. Like both Elizabeth Banks, it was in Slither.
You never saw her,
and I don't think he's worked with her or anything. And then of course Liv Tyler in this, and she hasn't been.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson.
Else.
Yeah. So like, I mean, not that they were bad, but just like it's just interesting that in some way you're the people you gravitate to and don't. And not saying that it's bad relationship. It's more of like, just how you in life you connect with certain people and you don't, and it's like
and you stick with them.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of more what it probably is. As these certain directors, just like you just click with certain people. Mm-hmm. Not that was bad with the other people, but then they end to use those people in different ways throughout their career.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of them. Nathan Fillion's another
Yeah,
one.
Nathan Fillion.
Just showing up.
Superman.
Oh man, he just plays he plays that character perfect. As a comic fan,
Okay, I'm not familiar with him in the
God,
comic.
he's just so arrogant.
Yeah.
And just like they nailed the look, the bowl cut, everything. Like it's just
Nice.
perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
But anyway,
Yeah, so we get Kevin Bacon's character Jacques, and then so then the escalation of violence.
yeah, I think
They start building bombs, and like he starts they go all out, get a gun. And,
basically just goes Punisher. He's just like, well, they all have guns, and we keep getting chased off. Well, I might as well meet them where they're at.
yeah. So then we get the final confrontation.
In the final costumes,
Yes, the upgrades to the costumes with
which
the
just bulletproof vests.
bulletproof
basically.
vests. Yeah, and she's like can't even walk with it on.
Nope.
It definitely was shocking to me that she dies when she does
Uh-huh.
and gets like shot in the face.
Realism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, to our point, like we were talking about earlier, and it's like, oh, this is what really would happen.
Yeah.
You
You're
know.
getting shot at.
Yeah.
That's what you're. Yeah. I remember the first time I saw it. Same thing. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They just killed Ellen Page's character like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But it's also what I always think of in movies when I'm like, you're wearing a vest, but like, what about your face?
Yep.
And then like no one ever shoots for the face. and this
Yep.
is being like, oh no, this is what real life's like.
You know what protects the face in the movies? Plot armor.
Yep. But also, he still kind of manages to take these guys down because he's got a couple tricks up his sleeve, and
The end, that whole ending thing is just awesome. I love the interspersed animation, like the animated parts, especially when they start throwing in the Bam Pow, like 66 Batman stuff. Like,
so I had a note about that stuff in the like cinematography.
that was
like
kind of that's
but
what
like
I figured.
So then the end, so he saves the girl or whatever, but then like she still leaves him,
So
which is also so realistic. Yeah.
like it's like, but he like becomes like a like a very important person in like their life, and like like
She meets a guy. Well, it's like I mean, I think it's I like the message there at the end of just like, well, but he's helped her still get out of the drugs and whatever she was doing, and then she meets a good guy, and they have a kid and family, and then that person goes on to actually make a difference in the world, maybe.
Yep.
And so, like, again, it's like, whoever you can save, because you don't know what they might do, and the ripple effect of that.
This is a film that it's just very based. It's very grounded in reality, and it has a very realistic ending. And it's just like, it's just very it goes. It's just it's a ride actually, because by the end you're like, man, I'm sad. You start laughing, and then you're just like, you're like happy sad. So you just relate with exactly what's happening at the end when he's like crying. You're like, I don't know whether I'm happy for you or sad at all.
Yeah. And then of course, then he has all the pictures on the wall and stuff.
But he's like, I have 2 moments, and now he says like like a
Tons
whole
of
bulletin
moments,
board
yeah.
of like just paying the toll person. Like he just starts. He's like, every moment is a gift. Like that's where it kind of seems like the message in the end is.
Yeah.
After he sees all of this violence.
Yeah. You got anything else that you want to talk about in the main?
In the main stuff, no.
Yeah.
No, not really.
All right. Well, we'll talk a little about cinematography and kind of the art direction, whatever, because that's kind of a little bit of the art direction. But so this is where I'm going to be a little more critical of some stuff. But
Yeah.
and
I knew this was coming.
like, well, it's just like even so. There's a lot of like what is more of like to me is inconsistencies, like just even some of the choice and like the tone of color grading is like not the same everywhere.
Yeah.
And like things like that. And then even like just even some of the editing is a little rough in some spots, and and it's unfortunate, honestly, because like the rest of it is like good. Like I like the premise.
I think it's intentional
Okay.
because I just keep going back to this,
Yeah.
back to the whole trauma thing.
Yeah.
I would have to look it up to like confirm this, to see if James Gunn ever said it, but I think that this was him making his trauma, like his movie, like his trauma film. And I think that a lot of the choices and the effects and like the shots and all this, like I think a lot of it was intentional because maybe some of it was probably based around budget and
So
need,
like
but
what I guess what I'm saying is not so much the choice, but the inconsistency of the choice.
okay.
Like, so to like the BAM or whatever, when those were showing up, it's like, even when those were used, wasn't always the time. It felt like, oh, like it was like, oh, those are back. And when they should have showed up at other times, they didn't.
Yeah.
And so like, to me, it's not the style of them and the choice of how they look,
Right.
or the quality of them from like a, low budget. Like that is fine. But it was like, to me, that's like the polish I was talking about, like the little bit of like, oh, if you're going to use it here, then the world building, right? Like it should be here, here, and here. But it was like only sometimes, and other times when it wasn't there. As an example,
And I don't have the I don't know anything about his stuff prior to this because Super is as far back as I've went. So like in Slither, like is there a problem? Like does he have that kind of issue?
like I feel like that was pretty. That wasn't that way. Yeah.
So like that's where I'm kind of wondering
if
if
it
how
was a
much,
choice.
because if
It's
you
either
go,
that or it's the budget. Because I mean, Slither was like 15 million or 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a lot more. So
and I think
it
it wouldn't surprise me because even Lloyd Kaufman, the guy who founded Troma Pictures, shows up for like a split second in this movie. So I'm thinking if I'm not right,
yeah.
then
Yeah, and you might be right.
but
That even like the choice of like being inconsistent with things might even be a choice,
because
just to make it look
because
worse than
we
it.
know he can make a movie
Yeah.
at that point. I mean, but I mean, some of it could have been intentional, some of it could have not been. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. I'm not discounting you. I mean,
Yeah, no,
I understand.
no.
I understand what you're saying. But as a fan of schlocky films, it felt that a lot of it was intentional, especially from someone like him
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah. So it's either that or they were just like on I don't know if there was like a time constraint or something, like,
I mean, they shot it for 24 days or something.
yeah.
Like,
Well, more, because again, a lot of these things are post-production choices
yeah.
that I, like a lot of things that I'd be concerned with is less, like it's like how you
Oh, you
calibrate
mean
something,
like, okay. So
or
like
like
editing.
how you composite to put those little BAM thing, whatever,
Yeah.
like, and you're choosing to put them in some places and then not putting them in other places
Right.
that seem like they should be. The editing, some of the way it's edited. Again, maybe there were choices for to make it look worse than or less.
And even if they weren't, he could still say, I did it on purpose.
True at this point. Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
if I
And
looked
who
it up,
cares?
yeah.
You're like in charge of all DC movies.
You went from here
Yeah.
to here. Now you run. Now you're now you're
Like what, 15 years?
yeah.
I mean, this was a 2010
Yeah.
release.
He's
Maybe-
really
Like 20 years total from the first, like Slither was 2006, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, like given 20 years, but like, yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think he's a super talented writer and director.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
he's worked over so many different mediums too now,
Yeah.
like animation with Creature Commandos, TV, huge movies,
Mhm.
and even like now, I mean, like the smaller stuff, like his earlier films. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
score.
Most of the stuff most of this we talked through because the color, score. Like, so I don't really have any notes on this.
I don't really have notes on it, other than it was just a bunch of needle drops. Kind of
Just
seemed,
his style.
yeah, that's kind of his style. But anything that was I actually looked at the soundtrack and there was original A lot of those rock songs were actually original. I thought it was a bunch of needle drops, but it was all unlicensed music this dude Tyler Bates made.
Yeah. Okay.
He
Made it sound like stuff that.
and I guess he played with like Marilyn Manson and stuff. Like he was like an actual musician. Like James Gunn's been like very into like the punk and metal scene.
Yep.
Like that's kind of his stuff. Like Foxy Shazams and like he's just like he's always had really good needle drops. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. From Guardian on, like
Yeah.
when he starts doing higher budget things, then he can just license the stuff.
yeah, but like I guess this Tyler Bates dude, he's just one of like the earlier version of some of these newer acts we're seeing. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything else about him. He's like 60 years old
Yeah. Well,
now. Like,
maybe that's where the Rob Zombie connection comes from too. From like
from
using
like
him
that.
for like just like having those. Yeah.
He probably wrote music with him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And give you like give him to do the voice of God.
Yeah.
All right. So themes and messages overall.
Themes and message. Just get over her is what I wrote. Like I was the first one. And you don't need to be a superhero to affect change.
Okay, that's good. I just put a broken man trying to find meaning and how dangerous a fantasy can become.
Oh yeah. And I mean, it is just fantastical thinking the whole time versus reality. And it's just a story of somebody learning the hard way how to become a little more grounded.
All right, let's look at the trivia here and see anything of interest to just talk about. Okay, well, Jean-Claude Van Damme was supposed to originally play the role of Jacques.
That would have been good.
Yeah, I think he would. Yeah, he think he would. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for a week before shooting,
Because he was afraid he was going to be flaky.
So that's right. So Jenna Fisher was married to James Gunn.
There's the main plug to get Rain in.
Yeah, and she's the one that suggested it.
And I wonder if that's why Rain doesn't work with, or hasn't worked with James Gunn.
Because
they're
friends.
They split.
Yeah.
I know that Jenna Fisher and Rainn Wilson, they're still close. Like they show up on each other's podcasts and all that.
Yeah, because Jenna Fisher, she's in Slither.
Is she?
Yeah, small role.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it tonight. This one, I don't know if we've gotten to Brightburn, but one of the trivia things was Frank Darbo. There's a poster of the Crimson Bolt in that movie, Brightburn.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Here
Isn't
it is.
that a James Gunn movie? Or no?
No, that's not.
That was J.J. Abrams.
Brightburn.
It was like the fake Superman movie.
Yeah. Let's see who it is. Because
Like it was like
I can click on it here, but which that has Elizabeth Banks in it. Director is David Yarovonsky.
Yeah.
And Brian Gunn wrote it.
Okay.
Which I assume is a relation, maybe.
Maybe. I guess so. Yeah.
And Mark Gunn.
I remember liking that movie.
I never saw it.
It's a very dark, like alternate, like Superman kind of tale. That I guess yeah.
Also, you wanted John C. Reilly to star instead of, I guess, Rainn Wilson.
He would have killed it too. I think. I think it would have been much funnier. But also, he can go dark. He can go real dark.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it would have been good either way. I mean, I don't think it. He also only accepted the lead immediately after reading it. He also sent the script to his friend. So he was friends with Ellen Page, with whom he worked on Juno. Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I think I also read something about how she wanted to do this movie so she would stop getting typecast in Juno type roles.
Nah. Yeah, nice.
which, I mean, this still kind of fits that bill a little bit.
yeah.
Lower budget,
Yeah.
kind of.
So you started working on the
Indie.
screenplay for this in 2002.
So it's an old passion project. Yeah.
But had a hard time getting it made because many producers thought it was too violent.
Well, they're not wrong. I just don't know why he wouldn't have made it with Troma when he worked with them. Like, anyway, I'm gonna look into that more.
Oh, that's right. We forgot to mention Libby also, or Bolte, had the Wolverine claws.
Yeah, she looks just like, especially so the scene when they're like scouting the mansion. Like, I was like, dude, she looks like X-23. Like, because you can't see that bulky.
And
all
I
you see
forgot
is the
she
yellow.
played Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
Last Stand in Days of Future Past.
Yeah, Last Stand, the worst.
Yeah.
Worst of them.
Which also reminds me, I did like the line where he's like, she's like, what do we like? You know, because he's like, this is what happens between the panels in the comic, like because the comic books panels are just all the
Yeah.
action, and he's
Yeah.
like,
This is what happens in between.
I mean, there's like nothing.
There's nothing waiting
Nothing.
on crime to happen.
Yeah, wait on crowd happen.
And I have to say this one too. One of my, and I should have said this earlier, but one of my favorite parts is after when he gets shot and she's like trying to do first aid on him. And she's like, I was going to use ibuprofens. And he's like, what were you going to use ibuprofens for? And they just kept talking about ibuprofens.
Plural, yeah.
Just like he was just going to like dump ibuprofens into the gunshot. That part was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the scream after she pours like alcohol down in there. He's just like, you're like, when he's like, what did you expect was going to happen? I didn't expect that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for trivia.
No.
Any final thoughts you have you want to share?
For me, this is I think that maybe I don't like this movie quite as much as I did when I was a younger man, but it still holds up. And I enjoyed it as much as I should have, I guess.
Enjoyed it as much as you remember.
In
right?
10 more years, we'll see how I'm feeling.
10 more. Well, I thought I think it's worth watching for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. And even seeing it for the first time, in 2025. So I think it holds up in a general sense.
Absolutely.
And,
if anything, I think that you just need to go into it knowing that there are like some more like taboo type things and
it's definitely edgier in that sense.
edgier things, but
yeah.
it just goes right along with those C movies that didn't care.
Yeah. Cool. Well, obviously let us know your thoughts if you've seen Super or you watch it after this recommendation and then want to write in. You can do that by emailing feedback@screentimepod.com. So next week we will jump into Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
You sure will, and I won't.
Yeah, you won't. But I do think it's interesting. Like, I mean, really just doing these two films and then to get a full big budget.
I didn't even think about that. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
He must have had a
the
strong
jump.
pinch and
he knew somebody.
yeah, or something. Cause
There was something.
yeah.
I mean, he seems like one of those people that knows everybody. So it doesn't really surprise me. Maybe he's tight with Feige. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it just seems kind of crazy that someone saw if Super was the movie they saw.
yeah. Yeah. Or Slither, either one.
And then they're like, we want you for
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's
crazy. Yeah. I mean,
but hey, good for him.
shocking. Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah. Well, if you guys you can follow, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. And if you like, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at JYoungBar. And you are no longer on Instagram? No.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he's on and off. He comes and goes.
Me and socials. Yeah, just come here if you want to hear from me.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next time.
You won't see me.